Well, got the second tire off. The impact gun worked like a charm. Sweet. No busted bolts. Hey YouTube, so trying to get the Gravely 5665 back up and running. So I'm trying to get, like I said, trying to get the tires back on. So we did one, got one set of tires off, squeezed the crap out of the tire with the vise to try to get it out. This one you can see it's a little bit damaged, it's a little rusted out, but it should be okay for I need it. Maybe I'll I don't know, maybe I'll weld something on. Once I clean it up, I'll take a better look at it and look at the other side and see if something you know, needs to be done or not, or if I can just, you know, get rid of these sharp edges and, you know, I don't know how much it's going to push out, but we'll take a look at it after it's all cleaned up. So what I'm going to do is just sandblast this stuff, and you know, we'll go from there and see how the stuff comes out. So let's fire this bad boy up. This is my little freebie sandblaster that someone gave me, so I'm going to you know, use it. It's pretty flipping cold today. It's in the, you know, it was in the low 20s when I woke up, and it's probably in 35 now, 32 maybe, but let's get started. Take a quick peek at it, see what it looks like. Definitely better than what it was. Definitely needs some more, so you know, definitely there's definitely some crusty stuff on this. As you know, you can see it. Definitely some crusty stuff so maybe we'll take a brush to that. But all right, let me get this, let me get at this a little bit more, and I'll come back once it's done. Hey YouTube, finally back at it today. I'm going to tackle the second tire. The first rims are I sandblasted them. I need to actually do a little welding to fix the hole, the valve stem hole. It's like really corroded out, so I just want to maybe weld in a washer or something just to contain it a little bit more. So I'm gonna, before I do that, I want to just get an idea of where the stem is coming out, measure it out, make sure I kind of put it in the same spot. So I'm going to tackle it with the impact gun and try it and see if that works. Should be good, and hopefully it was suggested by me that the shaking and the vibrating of the impact gun will work better than just a straight wrench, which I tried last time, and in the last video busted right off the bat. So let me I'm going to turn the camera off and try it out and see what happens. Basically because there's like no light and no real room to put anything here, and you're just gonna see my back of my head, and no one needs to see that. So I'll attempt it and come back to it. Well, got the second tire off. The impact gun worked like a charm. Sweet. No busted bolts. Yep, so what I used was went to Harbor Freight and picked up one of these impact sockets, 9/16. Worked well. My only issue with it, I don't know if it's just because my Ingersoll Rand impact gun is just older. This thing relies on a hole with I'm assuming a ball, spring ball, to hold it onto the gun. But my gun, sorry about that. Mine doesn't have that. I got this like 25 years ago or more. It just has a straight 1/2-inch side. I actually picked it up for like 30 bucks, like 25 years ago or something like that. But it does the job, and so, all right, let me now see if I can split this apart and actually get the rims out. I'll be back. So now to get the bolts off of the rims. Those came off easy. Time to throw all this crap away. All right, now to try to get the tire off the rim. So what I'm going to do is just keep working it around, as you can see. Just keep squeezing it, and then I'll basically just keep going around and around the whole edge of the tire, basically, and you know, go from there. Sorry with the camera. Yeah, so I'll just keep moving it around and trying to break the bead this way. All right, got it off. Some muscle, some liquid wrench, and a whole hell of a lot of curse words. The reason a lot of guys will be like, oh, you're gonna ruin the tires are toast. I don't care. This is gonna get washed and painted. So getting liquid wrench on stuff, I don't give a crap. But it did help. After I tried to force it off just from one side, that didn't work. So I just worked, basically said I did what I was gonna do. Worked my way around, and eventually, once I got to the, back to the start, it popped right off. So now it's just a matter of doing the other side. Don't know how easy it's going to be. It might be a little tougher just because I have nothing really to squeeze against. So a lot of rust in there. So we'll see. Let's try it. And see what happens. All right, let me hammer on it some, and I'll come back. So I sprayed This time, because I have access to the middle, I sprayed a little liquid wrench on the inside, and it seems to really help. So this should come off a couple more turns, maybe a couple more rotations. There we go. A little warped, but we got it. And the good thing is that's not total train wreck, so that's good enough to clean up and repaint and reuse. So awesome. Hey, just wanted to show you something I found interesting. There's a apparently whoever put this tube in didn't fully lay it out, and then you know, I don't think I've ever seen a tube, you know, have these marks of pinching. So obviously it wasn't laying inside the look at this one. This actually looks like a gash. So these are all apparently pinched up inside. So what I typically do to try to prevent that is I jack it up with air, and then jack it up and fill it and release the air like 3 or 4 times just to make sure it's laid out good. But I found that pretty interesting.